What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vince Shizzle back with another banger. In today's video, we are going to go over the most game-breaking demigod build in all of NBA 2K23. This build gets unlimited badges, insane attributes in every category, and is an absolute demon on the court. Pay very close attention as I am going to showcase the best build in 2K history. Alright guys, now before I get into the builder, I want to show you guys the badges and attributes that make this build absolutely insane. These are the badges. And these are the attributes. So now that you guys know how good this build actually is, let's get right into the builder. Alright guys, so now that we are in the builder, I wanted to make a guard that can not only be unstoppable on the 2s courts, but could also move and shoot well enough to be a problem on the 3s courts. That's when I came across this absolute demigod build. Pay very close attention and make sure to follow as well. Alright guys, so starting with position, we do have him at shooting guard. Left or right-handed is going to be personal preference, so that does not matter. Jersey number does not matter. Alright guys, moving on to the body settings. One of the things that makes this build absolutely broken is going to be the height. I understand it is 6'1", but do not be fooled. This build can finish insanely. It has crazy defense and can do absolutely everything. I will explain later in this video. This height does not matter. This build is absolutely broken. Moving on to the weight, we have 165 pounds. For the wingspan, we have a wingspan of 6'10", which also allows us to get into the lanes and get crazy steal animations, as this has a crazy wingspan. Body shape, I went with compact. That is also personal preference. Alright guys, let's get into the attributes that makes this an absolute demigod. Starting with close shot, we went with a 79. That is going to get extra badge points on finishing. On the driving layup, we are going to go with a 74. That does allow you to finish efficiently in the hole with a layup, as well as giving extra badge points to your finishing. For the driving dunk, we have an 86. Now an 86 driving dunk allows you to get gold limitless takeoff, and also allows you to just get all the basic dunks and all the safe dunks, such as quick drops off one. Such dunks like that will not get blocked, so it's very efficient, and 86 is all you need. For standing dunk, I did not touch that at all. For post control, I did not touch that either. Alright guys, moving on to shooting. I did go 75 on the mid-range shot. I don't believe you need anything higher than this. It's very easy to hit the mid-range shot at a 75, especially with 22 shooting badges. I know they're saying it's a little bit harder to shoot this year, but I've had no problems hitting this mid-range shot at all. For the 3-point shot, we are going to go with an 89. Now my reasoning behind this, Agent 3 is unlocked at gold when you have an 89 3-point shot, and you really want this badge. It is the most broken shooting badge in all of 2K. You could fade from anywhere, you could stop on the dot, you could shoot from half court. It is the most broken badge in the whole entire game, so you definitely want to maximize that badge. Moving on to free throw, I do have it at a 70. I'm not much of a rec player, but even if you do decide to go into the rec, you will be able to hit your free throws at a 70. Alright guys, so moving on to playmaking, we went with an 80 pass accuracy. As I did explain earlier in the video, I wanted a guard that could play on the 2s courts and the 3s courts. Having an 80 pass accuracy is the perfect balance that allows you to make all your passes, whether you're on the 2s courts or the 3s courts. So you're going to want to go with an 80 pass accuracy. Moving on to ball handle, we did want to get our pro dribble moves. I wanted the Trae Young size up escape package, and that is only available with a 92 ball handle. So make sure you guys do go with a 92 if you plan on playing guard with this build. With speed with ball, we went with a 91. That allows us to move very quickly on the court, whether we're playing on the 2s or 3s. We're moving very efficiently with the ball, so I went with a 91. Alright guys, so I did mention I have the build set at 6'1". Now these defensive attributes are going to make this build an absolute menace on defense, so do not be afraid to put this build at 6'1". I've had absolutely no problems on defense. We do get the 22 defensive badges. All our main defensive badges for perimeter defense are there. We get Challenger Gold, you get Hall of Fame Menace, you get Gold Pick Dodger, you get Hall of Fame ankle braces. So this build is absolutely broken at 6'1", with the ability to get all of these main defensive badges. So starting with interior defense, we have a 56. Perimeter defense, we have an 88. So that does allow us to guard the main ball handler very well. The steal, we have an 88. Now steals are extremely broken this year. You have the ability to get glove on silver, so that's very important. So we went with an 88 steal. We do have the block set to 60. That allows you to get chase down artist on silver, so that's very important on getting all chase down animations that you will need for any ISO rim runner build that you are defending. For offensive rebound, we went with a 30. For defensive rebound, we went with a 45, and that's going to also help you to get to 22 defensive badge attributes. All right, guys, finally we get down to the physicals. Now for the speed, I have it set to an 82. Now this is not the speed with ball. This is going to be strictly the speed in which you run without the basketball in your hands, and 82 is the perfect balance. I'm not having any troubles getting to any loose balls, so this is the perfect speed. For acceleration, we do have the acceleration set to an 82. I'm getting a very great quick first step. I'm having no problems finishing at the rim, so an 82 is perfect for acceleration. Now getting down to the strength, we do have it set to a 50. Some would say this is pretty low. As I will get into this video, I will show you guys my takeovers and the reasoning behind keeping it at a 50. I do not need it any higher than that, as this build is absolutely broken with the set of takeovers that I have equipped. Now the vertical, we do have set to an 82. This is going to help us with finishing at the rim. Obviously, you have 19 finishing badges. You have 86 driving dunk. If we're only putting on safe dunks that do not get blocked, an 82 vertical is all you need. We are not going for contacts. We are just trying to get the 2 points. For stamina, we do have it set to 95. Obviously, if you're going to run guard, whether it's on the 2s courts, if you're going to run guard on the 3s courts, you do want to have as much stamina as possible. Lower stamina is going to make it a lot harder to shoot, so make sure you guys go up pretty high on the stamina. I went with a 95. All right, guys, so there is all the attributes for this insane demigod build. There are all the badges. You guys see the badge spread is absolutely insane. You get 19 finishing, 22 shooting, 26 playmaking, and 22 defense. This build is absolutely broken. Make sure you guys paid very close attention. You guys can alter the build, satisfy how you like to play the game, but this is personally my preference on how this build should be created. Moving on, we get into our takeovers, guys. So the primary takeover, I went with spot up shooter. Obviously, sharp take is very overpowered in 2K. You cannot go wrong with sharp take. For our secondary takeover, I have lockdown defender. Now that's going to help me with defense. Obviously, being 6'1", having lock take will help tremendously with the height differential. I've had no problem defending any players with the lock take, and being 6'1", it has been absolutely no problem. Make sure you guys add lock take to this build. All right, guys, now that we have selected our takeovers, we do get to the build itself. We have built a two-way inside out creator. Now this is the most absolute game breaking build I have ever seen. The build itself has the most crazy catfish name that will leave defenders lost in trying to decide which way they are trying to guard you. They have no idea what you are going to do on offense. The build name itself does not replicate what this build can actually do on the court. So I hope you guys paid very close attention, and make sure you guys copy everything I just explained. All right, guys, now that we have the player created, let's move on to the badges that make this the best guard in all of 2K23, starting with the finishing badges. Obviously, we are going to want to have limitless takeoff max. That is going to help you achieve all the safe dunks and not get blocked at all costs. I did put posterizer on silver. This is also going to help you with a lot of dunks in the lane. You don't want the dunk to go out of the rim just because of a contest, so you're going to want to put posterizer max, which is silver. I did put slithery finisher on silver as well. That's going to help with a lot of layup animations. You definitely want to throw that on silver. Fearless finisher is definitely a no question. You're going to want to throw that on silver as well. Now, Giant Slayer, that's personal preference. You can mess around with a couple other badges. I went ahead and put that on gold, as I do love the fact that you are able to make a lot more layups against taller defenders, and being 6'1", this badge is going to help you achieve all your layups. All right, so now moving on to shooting. As I did mention earlier in the video, we went with the 89 3 ball, specifically because we want Agent 3 at the highest tier that we possibly can while maintaining all of our other attributes. So we want Agent 3 on gold. This is the most broken shooting badge in the whole entire game. Like I mentioned, you can stop and pop from anywhere on the court. It helps you with fades as well, so it's going to help you on the 2s and the 3s courts playing guard. So you're going to want to go ahead, max Agent 3. Like I mentioned, you do not have to copy every single badge, but this is a very, very good layout that I've had a lot of success with. So we're going to throw Green Machine on silver. I don't believe you need it too high this year. Silver is basically like the perfect balance. I don't think you need it on gold. That's a little bit too much. If it does help you more shooting, you are free to put it on gold, but I went with silver. For amped, we're going to go gold. Obviously, if you're playing guard and you're the primary ball handler, as you lose stamina, you are going to want amped, as it helps you green shots with lower stamina, and that's going to help a lot while playing guard. Now, we do have another couple badges to choose from. Limitless range is a very good badge. I like to shoot from very deep. I could shoot from half court with this build, and 89 3 ball is very underrated in this game. I went with silver on limitless range. Now, you do have a couple badges to play with here, so this is all personal preference, guys. I love guard up this year as it helps with the contests. So I threw guard up on gold, and then now I have 3 badges left. I went volume shooter on silver, and then I went clutch shooter on bronze. As if you do play park, clutch shooter activates when the score gets to 15, so it's a very good badge to have for shooting in late game situations. All right, guys, so moving on to playmaking, we are the primary ball handler, and we are playing point guard on this build, so we want to utilize these badges very, very well. We have 26 total playmaking badges, so that allows us to put them in a lot of categories that will help you guys on the court playing point guard. Starting with handles for days, I did go handles for days silver. Obviously you want to maximize handles for days, as that is going to control your stamina while dribbling. If you have more stamina while you are dribbling and you decide to take a jump shot, you have a lot higher chances of consistently making your jump shots while maintaining your stamina, which is very important in this game. Now for clamp breakers, I did go gold. This is a very good badge. It allows you to get around your defender. It allows you to finish more easily at the rim. With the combination of limitless takeoff on gold and clamp breakers, it is very hard to stop you from rim running, especially on the 2s courts. For quick first step, we are going to want to maximize that, guys. Quick first step is one of the most important playmaking badges. That's going to give you that initial burst and allows you to get to the rim very quickly. Obviously, anytime you play point guard, you're going to want to put quick first step max, and Hall of Fame is exactly what you need. Now for another badge, I did put vice grip on bronze. That does help me secure any loose ball, any rebound animation. I'm getting a lot less strip animations on offense, so vice grip on bronze is perfect balance, and it helps you secure the ball a lot better. Moving on, I did put bailout on bronze. Obviously, if you're playing point guard, if you take a shot you do not like taking and you want to pass out of the shot, the best way to do so is applying bailout. That will help save a lot of animations from occurring where the ball just goes 10 feet out of bounds. Make sure you guys put bailout on bronze. It's a very good badge. Next, we have killer combos on gold. This is going to help you combo up a lot quicker. It's going to help you get to your spots on the court in which you like to shoot from, and also it does help with rim running, as you can combo up and explode out of your combinations and get to the rim very easily. Now for the last badge, guys, I went with unpluckable. It's kind of a no-brainer. The steals are pretty overpowered with gloves this year. You definitely want to go high on unpluckable. If you get any extra playmaking badges, or if you get any extra badges in general that you can apply to playmaking, I would probably do it and just put unpluckable on gold if you can, but for right now we will leave it on silver, as that is fine for right now until we can get more badge points to put it on gold. Now with the last badge, it's really personal preference on where you want to put it. I went with floor general on bronze. It helps your teammates' offensive attributes. It's a very good last resort badge to have for our last badge point, so I just went ahead and threw it on floor general. All right, guys, and we finally get to the defense. Now this build, like I mentioned earlier in this video, is 6'1", but with 22 badge points, it makes it extremely difficult to score on this build. It is a very good defender. So let me go over all the badges that I have applied to this build. I went with clamps on silver. Obviously, you want to maximize clamps. This allows you to play a lot better defense, especially against somebody who's isoing or rim running you on the 2s courts. It prevents them from getting around you and getting to the hole easily. So I went with silver on clamps. Moving on, we got Menace. I did go high on Menace. I love this badge a lot. Obviously, it does downgrade all the attributes of the offensive player that you are guarding, so I maximized Menace on Hall of Fame. Moving on to Workhorse. I did choose Workhorse on bronze. Obviously, the speed on this build is not bad, so you are able to get to loose balls with just bronze. For Challenger, we are going to want to max this out as well, guys. This is a very broken badge. You can close out very late and still get a great contest with this badge, so I went with Gold Challenger. All right, guys, we're going to want to put glove on silver, as this is a very broken badge at the moment. I am getting every pluck that I possibly can get. Every time I press the X button, I seem to pluck an offensive player, so definitely throw this on silver. And then for the last 3 badge points, it doesn't hurt to throw pick dodger on silver, as obviously if you are on the 2s courts, you're going to need a little bit of pick dodger. And then if you want to throw interceptor on bronze, you can. I would maybe go chase down on bronze, depending on if you are getting chase down animations or not, but obviously with lock take, it does give you a lot more chance of getting chase down animations, so putting this on bronze definitely helps finish out the defense. All right, guys, so that does conclude this demigod video. I hope this video helped every single person watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did enjoy this video, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and make sure you guys subscribe. We're on the road to 3,000 subs.